The Denver Broncos, one of the most iconic franchises in the NFL, have been undergoing a rebuilding and restructuring phase in recent years. After a period of ups and downs, the team seems to finally be finding its direction, and one of the pillars of this transformation is cornerback Pat Surtain, too. Considered one of the best defensive players in the league, Surtain has not only become the centerpiece of the Broncos' defense, but also an example of how well-structured contracts can benefit both the player and the franchise. Surtain's contract with the Broncos, signed in early 2024, was seen as a strategic move by general manager George Paton. With a total value of $96 million over 4 years, the deal was considered generous at the time, but when compared to recent contracts signed by other elite cornerbacks, it has proven to be a true bargain for the Broncos. This analysis gains even more relevance in light of the recent mega deals signed by players like Derek Stingley Jr. and J.C. Horn, which have redefined the market for the position. The cornerback market in the NFL reached new heights in 2024, with several players signing record-breaking contracts. Derek Stingley Jr. of the Houston Texans was one of the main drivers of this shift. Stingley, widely recognized as one of the best cornerbacks in the league, signed a 3-year contract worth $90 million with an average annual value, AAV, of $30 million. This deal not only placed Stingley at the top of the list of the highest-paid players at his position, but also set a new standard for future negotiations. J.C. Horn of the Carolina Panthers also contributed to this trend by signing a 4-year contract worth $100 million. These lucrative deals reflect the increasing importance of cornerbacks in modern football, where the ability to neutralize elite receivers is crucial for defensive success. In this context, Pat Surtain's contract with the Broncos, which pays $24 million per year, seems extremely advantageous. Surtain, who was named Defensive Player of the Year in 2023, is widely regarded as the best cornerback in the NFL today. His ability to shut down the league's top receivers, combined with his consistency and leadership on the field, makes him one of the cornerstones of the Broncos' defense. And with his contract secured through 2029, the Broncos can count on having one of the league's best defenders for years to come. George Paton's decision to extend Surtain's contract before the start of the 2024 season was a calculated and intelligent move. By securing the cornerback's future before the market heated up, the Broncos not only avoided a potential bidding war in the future, but also managed to structure a contract that offers financial flexibility for the franchise. Over the next 2 years, the impact of Surtain's contract on the Broncos' salary cap will be relatively low. In 2025, he will earn $22 million, but only $8.37 million will count against the team's salary cap. In 2026, that number rises to $16.08 million before reaching $26 million, $29 million, and $32 million in subsequent years. This structure allows the Broncos to have room to strengthen other areas of the roster while retaining their best defensive player. Additionally, the constant increase in the NFL's salary cap means that, in the future, Surtain's contract will likely look even more favorable. As player salaries continue to rise, having one of the league's best cornerbacks on a relatively affordable contract will be an invaluable asset for the Broncos. The Broncos' defense has been solidifying itself as one of the most reliable in the NFL, and Pat Surtain is the centerpiece of this group. Alongside him, the team boasts other rising stars, such as defensive lineman Zach Allen, who has emerged as a dominant force on the interior line, and Nick Bonitto, a young linebacker who has shown great potential. The addition of Dre Greenlaw, a versatile and experienced linebacker, and Talanoa Hufanga, a promising safety, has further strengthened the Broncos' defense. With these additions, the team has built a complete and balanced defensive unit capable of competing with the best offenses in the league. Surtain, in particular, has been a central figure in this process. His ability to neutralize the NFL's top receivers allows the Broncos to adopt more aggressive defensive schemes, confident that he can cover any opponent. This confidence is essential for the defense's success, especially in critical moments of games. In a recent interview, Pat Surtain expressed optimism about the Broncos' future. "I feel like we're building something special here," he said. "The Broncos are legitimate Super Bowl contenders. We're definitely heading in the right direction." This optimism is shared by many within and outside the organization. After returning to the playoffs for the first time in 8 years, the Broncos are determined to continue their ascent. The emergence of Bo Nix as the quarterback of the future has been a crucial step in this journey. Nix, who had an impressive season in 2024, has shown steady growth and an impressive ability to lead the offense. Additionally, the Broncos' offensive line has been bolstered to become one of the best in the league, and the receiving corps led by Courtland Sutton has shown great potential. The recent signing of Evan Engram, a versatile and experienced tight end, also promises to add more dynamism to the offense. Pat Surtain's contract with the Broncos is a classic example of how a well-structured deal can benefit both the player and the franchise. For Surtain, the contract represents recognition of his talent and importance to the team. For the Broncos, it offers security, financial flexibility, and the assurance of having one of the league's best cornerbacks for years to come. As the cornerback market continues to evolve with increasingly lucrative contracts, Surtain's deal stands out as a steal for the Broncos. With a solid defense, a promising quarterback, and a team on the rise, the future looks bright for the Broncos. And with Pat Surtain leading the way, Broncos country has plenty of reasons to believe that a return to the top of the NFL is closer than ever. The Denver Broncos have been widely praised for their activity during the offseason, standing out as one of the most active and strategic teams in the free agent market. With clear needs in key positions such as the defensive line, linebacker, safety, tight end, and running back, the franchise efficiently and economically addressed these gaps within the first 72 hours of the signing period. However, despite their successes, some of their choices carry an element of risk that could impact the team's performance in the upcoming season. One of the Broncos' main strategies was to focus on talented players with injury histories, allowing the team to negotiate contracts below market value. Among the most talked about signings are linebacker Dre Greenlaw, safety Talanoa Hufanga, and tight end Evan Engram. All of them are high-caliber athletes, but they come with a past marked by physical issues that could become obstacles in the future. This high-risk, high-reward approach could pay off if the players stay healthy, but it could also turn into a problem if injuries persist. Greenlaw and Hufanga, both former San Francisco 49ers players, are examples of this gamble. Greenlaw is known for his aggressiveness and ability to read the game, but recurring injuries have limited his playing time in recent years. Hufanga, who had a standout season in 2022, even earning All-Pro honors, saw a decline in performance in 2023 following a serious injury. The expectation is that he will return to his previous form, but uncertainty about his health is a concern for analysts and fans alike. Evan Engram, on the other hand, is a versatile and productive tight end, but he has also faced physical issues in recent years. Despite this, his signing was seen as a valuable addition to the Broncos' offense, especially considering his ability to create separation and serve as a reliable option for the quarterback. The Broncos' strategy reflects a bet on the capabilities of the team's medical and conditioning staff, which has been praised in recent years for keeping players healthy. However, as Marcus Mosher of the 33rd team pointed out, the signing of Hufanga was ranked as one of the worst moves of free agency this offseason. Mosher argues that investing $20 million guaranteed in a player with such an extensive injury history is risky, especially considering that the safety position is not as highly valued as others on defense. The Broncos are betting that Hufanga's health will improve over time, but that's a tough bet to make. The hope is that he can stay on the field and return to the performance that made him one of the league's best safeties in 2022, wrote Mosher. Undoubtedly, the biggest question mark for the Broncos will be the ability of Hufanga and the other newly signed players to stay healthy. In his 4 years in the NFL, Hufanga has only managed to play 600 or more defensive snaps in a single season, raising concerns about his durability. If he can overcome these physical issues, he could become a key piece in Denver's defense. Otherwise, the signing may be remembered as an expensive mistake. Overall, the Broncos' off-season has been marked by smart and economical moves, but with a considerable degree of risk. The team has shown that it is willing to bet on talents that other teams might avoid due to injury concerns. If these bets pay off, the Broncos could become one of the surprises of the upcoming season. On the other hand, if the physical issues persist, the franchise may regret not being more conservative in its choices. Time will tell whether Denver's strategy was brilliant or premature.